Long time no see, my fellow gamers. I bet you're wondering what a fellow like me, a reformed VGC player, is doing in a place like San Diego. Well, some friends talked me to donning my username once more and taking a flight to the first Pokemon Regional of the 2023 season. I recalled the old war stories and team reports of the good old Nugget Bridge days, the personal tales, the struggles of travel, the momentous wins and losses. I decided it couldn't hurt to document it all, and I made sure to capture all the things that make traveling to events with your best pals worthwhile. So grab a sody pop, maybe even an Uncrustable, and enjoy as I walk you through my experience at San Diego Regionals. It started at 3 a.m. on Wednesday morning. The boys and I had collectively booked this same red-eye set to land in San Diego at around 10 a.m.
It's 3:11.
And he still wanted to battle.
We're fixing to
I waited with them.
They had to stay the
go to San Diego. Well, first Las Vegas, but then we're going to San Diego.
Who are these handsome trainers you're with, you might be asking? Well, let me introduce them, starting with Will. Will brought the same team as me to San Diego and has done relatively well for himself as a senior and master, where he top cut 2016 Nationals and has performed well at plenty of regionals.
I'm going to kill a man.
He used Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Annihilate, Grimmsnarl, Volcarona, and Meowscarada. He also really likes Sonic.
No food or in-flight movies. I'm out of here.
The other guy with the long hair and precious smile is none other than Austin.
Come on.
Do it.
Austin's a sneaky little player who topples big names at every event he goes to. Don't let his gentle expressions fool you. He's cut multiple regionals both in 2014 and 2017, and even cut a 2015 national championship. Austin brought a team of Armarouge, King Gambit, Amoonguss, Azumarill, Garchomp, and Murkrow. He also really likes vegetables.
I like vegetables, I like vegetables, I like vegetables.
Next up is Brandon. He's quite the ambitious player, balancing his fun and competitive nature with some not-so-standard picks. Brandon brought a squad of Frostmoth, Abomasnow, Houndoom, Indeedee, Paldean, Aquatauros, and Hawlucha. He's also an absolute party animal. Now, who's that life-ruining e-boy over there? You must be talking about David. Though his fits are made of denim and corduroy, his heart, that's made out of gold. David is an aggressive player who has proved himself to be one of Texas' fiercest locals. To this regional, he brought a team of Garchomp, Gardevoir, Annihilate, Amoonguss, Maushold, and Murkrow. He also has a beautiful smile.
What does he have in his hand?
That guy with the face? That's Donish. I met him back at 2012 Houston Regionals, where he top cut alongside me.
Tell me.
Donish is consistent and well-versed in the meta, a real ambitious player. He brought a team of Annihilate, Goldengo, Garchomp, Hydreigon, Amoonguss, and Murkrow. He also has a super intense stare.
Do you want chips, Logan?
Sorry?
Do you want chips? Like salsa chips or something?
Well, that's all for the crew we flew in with. Let's get back to the trip to San Diego Regionals. The gang and I checked into our Airbnb a bit earlier, thanks to Austin's smooth talk and the owner.
There's some rules you need to abide by. Hold on.
They sent me it.
The garage is a tight fit, but okay.
And we made ourselves at home, taking in the sweet amenities and San Diego air.
Hey, do that thing you just did again, Will.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not feeling very party rocking right now.
Okay. What can I do to change that?
I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
After settling in and searching what was nearby, our hungry little bellies led us to a local breakfast spot, and we helped ourselves to heaps of omelets, pancakes, and hash browns. Oh, I may have forgotten to mention that Southwest lost Donish and I's luggage earlier, so we made a trip back to the airport to pick them up. Oh well, at least I got a $150 voucher for my next flight. Discounted regional, maybe? We'll see. Afterwards, Donish went to pick up some video games. He loves his video games, that Donish, let me tell you.
You ready to go pick up your
What? My what? My...
video games?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's different kinds.
There are different kinds of video games.
Yeah.
That's good. And you wanted to go to the store to look at all the different video games because, you know, some of them are rated M, and your mom she might not be so proud of you for, you know, playing a game like that.
Exactly.
And that's why we're playing Pokemon, right?
You know, it's not like
Pokemon's.
Once that was done with, Austin and I picked up some groceries, and I went and chefed it up for the boys. It was a delicious chicken piccata. I had to improvise since I forgot to pick up flour and used buttermilk pancake mix instead to bread the chicken. It was bussin', no cap, for real for real. Once everyone had their fill, The boys hopped on Showdown, tested their teams, finalized EV spreads, and had some friendly battles. Soon afterwards, we decided we were going to hit the hay. We had to rest up. We had plenty of San Diego left to explore. Our first full morning in San Diego. And what better way to start it than with some of my famous honey lemon pancakes.
Oh boy, itadakimasu, am I right?
Tummy.
Thanks, Will.
Once we had finished up with that, we lounged around a bit, played some Smash, and ran some best of threes on the big screen for some much needed VGC practice. We wanted to grab lunch somewhere to try out the local food, and luckily, there were places that could accommodate for all of us, including vegan options for Austin.
I like vegetables, I like vegetables, I like vegetables.
He's a vegan.
Whoa, Austin, are you eating fajitas?
Hell yeah.
These look like chicken fajitas. I thought you were a vegan.
They are chicken. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Those are chicken?
Didn't you say I love vegetables, I love vegetables, I love vegetables? I love vegetables.
Yes, look, you see I'm shoveling vegetables right now.
No,
Now,
but that's what
I
you
don't know
said
if it was my outfit, the many vegan options, or maybe even the vinyl stores nearby, but I was feeling myself after that meal.
Wow, what a progressive vegan restaurant. That was really cool to have vegan options. Hey, do you have any soy milk that I can borrow? It's for my coffee. It's got CBD in it. If you want to come over to my place, I could have some with you. Do you like my book bag? Yeah, it's my book bag. I got it while I was surfing one day. It says House Beautiful. Oh man, someone took my bike. I ride a bike everywhere. I don't use cars, I don't believe in them. Elon Musk bad.
I was pretty tuckered out, on top of having a very full belly, so I snoozed a bit while the gang practiced their matchups once again. And eventually, our final roommate, Amar, showed up. Hi, Amar. Before I catch you up on the next events, let's detour, like Will and I did when we decided to check out the venue where regionals would be happening. Come along with us. It was a beautiful convention center, definitely one of the nicest ones I'd ever participated at. As Will and I explored its grounds more though, we started to realize some patterns throughout.
This kind of looks. This kind of looks like a Pokeball, right? Like I'm not crazy. A lot of this architecture. I mean, this kind of looks like a Pokeball. You know? A lot of this architecture really looks like Pokeballs. I think there's a reason that they're hosting it here at the San Diego Convention Center. There's got to be more to it. I mean, like you can't like that looks like a Pokemon Center.
The mystery only kept unraveling. Everywhere we looked, we saw Pokeballs.
I mean, this kind of looks like a Pokeball. I mean, it kind of looks like a Pokeball.
It was truly magical. Soon after, we were joined by our good friends to pre-register for the tournament. We could hardly wait. They gave us hats that were older than my niece and sent us on our way after giving us VGC wristbands. The rest of the night was devoted to us all going over one another's teams in constructive sessions. It was really helpful. Look at everyone pitching in.
Those are some key pieces. Why not? Oh, you're running clear small over protect on.
That's your main.
I think you can put protect on the moon instead of clear small. You've already got hazy trick.
That's true.
But it's can't.
But yeah, Zumuro.
Once we all registered our teams online, Will and I decided to go catch up with our good pal Modern, aka Joe, along with his brother, Johnny. We were all running the same team, so we discussed matchups over a few beers. It was getting late though, and the tournament was mere hours away, so we went our separate ways and went to bed, each of us dreaming of a regional victory.
Good night.
Good night.
It finally arrived, the day we had all been anxiously waiting for. Day 1 of San Diego 2023 Regionals. Trainers lined the halls of the convention center, seasoned and new, and I began to remember just how important of an event this was after just a few looks around. The Boiler Room, New York's finest. Wolf Glick, Justin Karras, Colin Hare. Everyone was here. This wasn't going to be an easy event by any means. Before I knew it, it was time for the initial seating, and I bumped into my good friend Cedric as I made my walk to the list, which was nice. We sat down and listened to the rules and structuring of the event, and soon after, round 1 pairings were announced. I hadn't felt this excited to play Pokemon in a long time, as it was my first regional in almost 3 years. I was practically shaking as I walked to my table.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Hi, my name is Alfonso.
My first opponent was Gabriel Alfonso, who sported a team of Baxcalibur, Oricorio, Grimmsnarl, Murkrow, Volcarona, and Quaquaval. I would say we had a heated start, but things didn't run so smooth on the technical side. And not just for us either. This was concerning.
I don't know what we do. I think we do call a judge. I mean, I guess we have to. So my match just got disconnected, and so did these guys here. We're not stressing out, but you know, it's just one of those things.
We have a tech coming over here to work on it.
Got it, thank you.
Though there were mass issues all around, they were all resolved in a timely manner. Gabriel and I decided to choose the same 4 we initially brought and continued our match, where I ended up taking a victory for my first round. Next up was round 2, but not before the traditional post-round 1 recap, where players recount every turn to you in painstaking detail as you pray for an opportunity of leave. Thanks, Will.
Tell you, Zooey Mama, how did you do? I'm 1-0.
I'm one also. I did great.
That's so cool.
Where's Modern?
I don't know.
Round 2 began in a flash. The TOs were moving at a breakneck pace, and the technical difficulties were pretty low moving forward. They were doing a great job, I gotta say. I seated myself at table 72 as my next opponent arrived.
Hi, I'm Jacob. Out here playing Scarlet and Violet.
Jacob brought a team of Kilowattrel, Dondozo, Goldengo, Murkrow, Tatsugiri, and Amoonguss. The first round was a bit challenging, but once I realized his only answer for Dondozo and Tatsugiri was Murkrow, I made sure to double it down in game 2, brought in Dondozo, and won the game pretty swiftly from there. Good game, Jacob, my fellow Dondozo user. Hope you did well in the rest of the tournament. But there's no time to rest. Never is for a disciplined Pokemon trainer such as myself. Round 3 was upon us, and I walked my way over to my next opponent, but not before a classic Will recap. Thanks, Will.
Hi, I'm John Datt.
John had a team of Arcanine, Annihilate, Goodra, Grimmsnarl, Pelipper, and Baxcalibur. It was tough, and he did double miss a Muddy Water with a Terra Water Goodra in the rain on turn 1. But I ended up clutching at a dub. Sorry about the hacks, and good game, John.
Okay, heard. Got it.
Hey,
Here you go.
let's see, Logan.
That's me.
You won.
I did win. Thank you so much. That's me. Thank you, ma'am.
I was hot on the trail of my 3rd victory when I found out my round 4 opponent would be none other than Ragav.
Hi, I'm Raga. How you doing?
I was pretty nervous going into it since he's a consistent and well-known player. Ragav brought Kingambit, Salazzle, Amoonguss, Mimikyu, Baxcalibur, and Paldean Aquatoros. This team gave me a lot of trouble. Between Mimikyu, which hit my Grimape lead hard with Life Orb Fairy moves, and its curse for Dondozo, Baxcalibur, which once set up didn't care if I had a Reflect Up, and his Salazzle, which interrupted my turn 1s with Fake Out and hit Grim hard with Sludge Bomb. It was a real challenge, but I managed to win game 1 after capitalizing on an unboosted Rage Fist crit on his Mimikyu after breaking its disguise, and ended up winning game 3 by Terra Ghosting my Grim turn 1 to avoid not only Fake Out from Salazzle, but super effective Sludge Bombs and Play Roughs from Mimikyu. Great games, Ragav. Possibly the best set I had all day. After that, it was time for a break. This break is brought to you by my favorite attendee, Lil Orphan.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere.
We were dismissed for an hour-long lunch break, which wasn't much time. Joe, Johnny, Will, and I raced to get food and discuss matchups against teams like Ragav's. I felt like our matchup wasn't super clean against it, so we pitched ideas in case anyone else fought him in our group, since they were in his X and 1 bracket now. Once we finished up, it was back to the flames for round 5, where I would be up against another great player, Andrew Novak.
What's up, guys? My name is Andrew Novak. You're watching Disney Channel.
Andrew had a very offensive and menacing team comprised of Baxcalibur, Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Kilowattrel, Fire, Paldean Tauros, and Meowscarada. We went to game 3, and he made an unforgettable play in game 2, where he burned his own Meowscarada with Taurus's Will-O-Wisp to avoid falling asleep to Yawn, which had my jaw on the floor. In the end, his team was just too offensive, and mine was just too passive. He played great and ended my win streak. Good games, Andrew. The taste of defeat stung, and 2 more losses meant no top cut. With that in mind, I started round 6 against my next opponent, Luke Bauer.
What's up, dude? I'm Luke Bauer, known as Jim Fury.
Luke had a team of Ndidi, Annihilate, Lilligant, Torkoal, Armarouge, and Hariyama. I forgot to Terrafire my ape in game 2, causing it to go down to a fire attack from Torkoal, unfortunately. But I managed to bring it back in game 3, and make it victorious to round 7, where I'd be facing another known player, Brian Hume. But only after another breathless play-by-play recap from Will Wetzel.
I should have doubled it with over, but I didn't.
Hello, my name is Brian Young, and I endorse this message.
Brian's team was threatening, with a squad of Palafin, Pelipper, King Gambit, Dragonite, Goldengo, and Amoonguss. I had labbed out leads against his team prior with Joe, and it helped immensely in the team select screen. We went to game 3, and I landed a huge unboosted Wave Crash crit on his Terraflying Dragonite early on, granting me a lot of momentum, and I ended up taking another win. Good game, Brian. The crit sort of mattered. I caught up with David in between rounds and cooled off a bit. I was worried as I didn't want to blow my record and drop from cut, but talking to a friend helped set me straight. Round 8 began and my next opponent was revealed.
Hey, I'm Giovanni Siski. I go as Polar Bear Online. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I've been playing since.
Giovanni had a team of Meowscarada, Mimikyu, Garganackle, Goldengo, Aquapaldi and Tauros, and, of course, Baxcalibur. So many Baxcaliburs. We went 3 rounds, but in the end, I just couldn't break his Garganackle before Salt Cure broke me. Good game, Giovanni. Congrats on top cut. Round 9 brought Marco Martinez to my table, sporting an Aqua Tauros, Goldengo, Hydreigon, Baxcalibur, Amoonguss, and Salazzle. My matchup against this team was not great, as I had learned previously from Rigoff, and I fought tooth and nail to preserve my top cut placement, but match 3 ended on a loss for me as I prankster taunted his Terradark Amoonguss, sending my team into a deep slumber. Good games, Marco. Let's play again sometime. Unfortunately, I wasn't making top cut after that last match, but that didn't mean I couldn't aim for a decent chunk of CP. I decided to keep going and ended up playing my final opponent, Jeremy Boyd.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Boyd, and I have 3 fake teeth.
Jeremy had a team of Goldengo, Skeledirge, Maushold, Annihilate, Gyarados, and Meowscarada. We had a lot of fun playing and chatting, and I ended my run with a 7-win and 3-loss record after ensuring my victory. Good games, Jeremy. You had such a great attitude. It was a fun day, but a long one too. Everyone was winded and hungry, so we dropped off all our gear at home and went out to get some much-needed pizza. I love this clip of Austin politely asking the lady behind the front desk for a custom vegan pizza. Look at him. He's so precious. Once we had eaten, everyone wanted to hit the hay and chill at home, but me? I wanted to experience the San Diego nightlife and went out with one of my favorites, Justin Cairns.
Nathan McTavish?
Okay.
I'm about to win game 1.
I actually had a pretty good time. Got to meet new people, try a couple bars, get a new tattoo, and even talk to Zoltan.
What is he saying?
Eventually, everybody left from the bar except for Gabrielle, and I'm a VDC player. I have no idea how to talk to girls, so I left and went home too. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for San Diego Regionals. I wish I could say we did more, but that's about all there was. We tidied up the Airbnb and watched day 2 on stream until we had to check out, and I noticed more mysterious Pokeball-esque structures looming in every corner of the convention center.
Oh man. Those do kind of look like Pokeballs.
We also noticed that everyone that was in Top Cut was interviewed in the special Pokemon Dr. Phil room, except for Chuppa. Did he do something wrong? They let Wolf sit there with Aaron, no less. But soon it was time to say goodbye to San Diego and all my favorite Pokemon trainers. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I look forward to seeing you at the next event I attend. Fortunately and unfortunately, I won't be attending any upcoming regionals, as I will instead be at a rigorous fire academy before I start my new position as a firefighter in Texas. But I hope to have given you a glimpse at what makes these events so special, and that I've inspired you too to go out and meet new people, make friends, and challenge your inner trainer at Pokemon events. Good luck to you all, and don't forget to have fun.